Our unity is our strength, and our diversity is our power. My mother used to say, "Don't sit around and complain about things. Do something." So I did something. What we know is that the status quo is not working for Americans. The American dream belongs to all of us. No one should have to fight to be treated equally in the workplace, in the classroom, or in the voting booth. We cannot throw up our hands when it is time to roll up our sleeves. My whole life, I've only had one client: the people. There is no vaccine for racism. We've got to do the work. Let's speak the truth. People are people, and every person deserves to be treated with dignity. We cannot be burdened by what has been when we can create what should be. To everyone keeping up the fight, you are doing something. You may be the first, but make sure you're not the last. Democracy is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it. We have the power to shape the future of this nation. Let's use it. Justice is on the ballot. The road ahead is not going to be easy, but we must keep moving forward. Every person deserves to be seen, to be heard, and to be respected. We should always aspire to be better tomorrow than we are today. Our nation's greatest strength is our people. This election is about so much more than who's in the White House. Every little girl watching tonight sees that this is a country of possibilities. We will act with the same purpose and urgency to do what is necessary to save lives. The strength of a community, the strength of a nation, is measured in its commitment to the well-being of its people. We must have the courage to see beyond what is to what can be. America's democracy is not a given. It is only as strong as our willingness to fight for it. We have to have a sense of urgency about this issue. We've got to end the politics of division. Our country's future is on the ballot. The American people deserve so much more than a government that doesn't work. We will not be divided by those who seek to spread hate. We must build a coalition of conscience in this country. We must reject attempts to suppress the vote. We've got to ensure that everyone's voice is heard. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Let's make sure that every vote is counted. We cannot let our progress be undone. This is not the time to turn back. It's the time to keep fighting. We have to lift up our young people and ensure they have a future. We must work to heal and unify our country. Our democracy is worth fighting for. We must demand that our leaders speak the truth. This is our moment to make history. We must protect the integrity of our elections. We cannot afford to be silent in the face of injustice. The American people deserve a government that works for them. We must stand up for the rights of all people. We've got to fight for the soul of our nation. Our diversity is what makes us strong. We must ensure that everyone has access to the ballot. We have to address the root causes of inequality. We must invest in our future by investing in our children. We have to build a more inclusive economy. This is a fight for the future of our democracy. We must ensure that everyone has a fair shot at success. We have to take on the tough issues and find solutions. We've got to address the climate crisis with urgency. We have to stand up for what's right, even when it's hard. Our democracy is worth protecting. We must be guided by the principle of fairness. We cannot allow ourselves to be divided. We have to ensure that everyone has access to health care. We must work together to build a better future. We cannot allow hate and division to take hold. We have to fight for the values that define us. We must be vigilant in protecting our rights. We have to lift each other up and support one another. We cannot afford to go backward. We must ensure that every American has a voice. We have to be bold in our vision for the future. We must hold our leaders accountable. We cannot let fear drive our decisions. We have to be clear-eyed about the challenges we face. We must ensure that everyone has the opportunity to succeed. We have to build a stronger, more inclusive economy. We must be willing to take risks to achieve our goals.